do callbacks. I need some love and I need it ASAP. Money and drugs keep a nigga intact. I don't pop pills, but I do smoke gas. Smelling so good, make a nigga relapse. I get paid more than your income tax. Hop in the whip, don't you leave no scratch. Keep it low key, I don't like the flash, yeah. I don't need the flex. Keep it low key, no. I just been doing them wrong for a while. And that's why I move the way I move. You know I got nothing to prove. I don't need the flex. Keep it low key, no.
If you with us in the chat, welcome back. Happy Monday. I hope you had a great long weekend. We're about to get started here very shortly. Just make sure you submit your music if you have not already. All you got to do is hit exclamation mark submit if you want to submit to the stream tonight. And if you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions in the chat as well. Totally up to you if you want to do that. Every 5 paid skips, we will do somebody at random for free as well. YK, my name, what's up? Welcome back. Happy Monday. If you are in the chat, let us know what you've been up to, what you get up to this weekend, what have you been doing. Just did your first show last night. Congratulations. How did it go? Let us know. We're going to get started here very shortly. We're going to give the community a couple minutes to get in before we get started. We have a pretty short queue tonight. It's not crazy. It's one of the shorter days, one of the less busy days. So, you know, I always tell people, on a less busy day, make sure you submit your music because there's more of a chance that you'll get played for free. More of a chance that you'll get bumped up for free and get played on stream. And also just more opportunities for you to ask questions and send more music in and do whatever you want to do. If you're with us on Instagram, we're going live on Twitch and YouTube right now. We'll be doing music feedback for the next 2 hours, playlisting songs, following artists, and supporting independent artists as well. If you want to be a part of the community and let us know what you think of the songs that we're listening to, make sure you come join us on YouTube or Twitch from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's free to watch on both. It's free to submit your music. It's free to be a part of the community. And it's free to take advantage of all those other opportunities that we have in here as well. So make sure you do that if you have not already, okay? We're going to get started here very shortly. But in the meantime, if you have not, make sure you submit your music. Make sure you check out how to skip the queue if you want to guarantee a song gets played on stream today. Those are up to you. You can do it however you want to do it. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out with us on Twitch and YouTube. We are live right now. We'll be live for the next 2 hours listening to your music submissions and giving feedback, playlisting songs, following artists, and figuring out more ways we can support independent and emerging talent.
Grip sheets real free, I'm geeking, she creaming, but only around. I heard she was a good girl now. Seem like they be freaking her out. There's a reason my windows be tinted. So in public, we both got some privacy. Jay in my head, her head in my lap. I'm P, she feeling for me in the drop seat. Eyes low, looking like a Chinese.
Check out what's going on. Welcome to the chat. Happy Monday. So Chris, welcome back. Happy Monday. How was your weekend? Let us know. We're gonna get started here in a second. Let's go ahead and turn the camera on. Ooh, whoops. I forgot to put my browser in. Sorry, guys. Here you go. Browser is there now. Browser is there now. Whoops. Whoops. I did not fully get set up for this stream today. I gotta be honest. I was running a little behind. I had to make a deck for work. And yeah, making decks is not my thing. It's not something I enjoy doing. It's not my favorite thing. I'm on my Britney shit. Oops, I hit again. That's fine, Ricky Akimbo. Welcome back. 44, what's going on? Welcome back to the chat. Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna get into it in a second, guys. How you guys doing? What's up? How's the weekend? Let us know in the chat. What have you been working on? We'll get started here very shortly. If you are in the chat, though, and you haven't submitted your music yet, make sure you go ahead and do that. Like I said, it's a bit of a shorter queue than usual today, so if you want to get in there, we only have 5 skips, paid skips in there right now, so after we get to the end of the 5, it'll either be you next, or we'll start doing some free skips at random. I had some wings that fucked me up last night. Honestly, man, sometimes the acid reflux will just be refluxing, bro, and it just is what it is. Ricky Akimbo, what's up? Mike Pajamas Music, we're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Come hang out with us. We are live for the next 2 hours listening to music, giving feedback, saving songs, playlisting songs, and following artists. I'm not really going to explain what we do here to everybody who's in the chat because you guys should know if you're in here already kind of what the vibes are. But if you do want to submit, we have changed things up a little bit if you haven't been in here recently. So we run everything through Nero now. Right here. Simple, smooth, nice, very sleek, makes your life easy. If you want to skip the queue, we've changed things up as well to make it cheaper for you guys, a little bit more accessible and a little bit easier to do everything too. So instead of subscribing on Twitch now, which you can still do if you want to avoid ads and all that kind of stuff, you can still subscribe on Twitch. But if you want to skip the queue and guarantee you get played in stream today, we have made it cheaper. It's now $5 for a regular skip, $10 for a super skip, both of which will guarantee you get played on stream today. After we get through 5 paid songs, we will, at random, bump people up using our spinning wheel right here, which is awesome. All right? It's very fun. They built it in especially for us to be able to pick things at random. And then if you stick around, the last 30 minutes of the stream will be dedicated to people who are in the chat. That means you guys. So if you're hanging out with us, make sure you stick around and you will get bumped up for free later on this stream as long as we get to that section. Sometimes we don't. If we get a lot of skips, that's why I always tell people if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today, the best thing you can do is do the paid skip. It is cheap. It is easy. We've tried to make it that way for you guys, okay? So we're gonna get into it. Like I said, if you're in the chat, let us know what you think of the songs as well. Tell us if you like something. If you think something could improve, make sure you focus on what can improve. I don't want to hear any of that weirdo, like, this is garbage, this is trash shit in the chat. I'm not going to tolerate it. What I am going to tolerate is constructive feedback. If you hear something that could be better, if you hear something that maybe an artist could improve on between this release and the next one, great. Please let us know in the chat. If it's technical advice, even better. We love that, okay? So definitely let us know what you think in the chat. I will also be doing the same thing and letting you guys know what I think of these songs as well. If you want to send music in, make sure you use this link in the chat. You can hit ! submit at any point during the stream, and that is going to bring up the submission form for you to go through as well, okay? Sometimes shit is garbage. That's fine. But there's always a reason that you feel that way. And the thing we want to focus on here more than anything is the reasoning behind it. I don't like everything I hear, all right? This is not a place where I'm just going to tell you, hey, this is amazing, this is amazing. What we will say, though, is if there's something that is good in it, even if it's not perfect, if there's good things, we're definitely going to compliment the things and say, hey, you're doing these things right. If there's things that we know could be better and we hear it, because we listen to a lot of music, we make music, we're going to talk about that shit, all right? So if it's the mix, we're going to talk about the mix. If there's things in the delivery that could be better, if there's writing that could be better, we're going to talk about all those things. This song is called One Way Ticket. It's by an artist named Joseph Rue, who literally has 79 monthly listeners. I think this song also only has, like, it's got less than 1,000 streams. Very early. This is what I'm saying. We find stuff very early, and I will playlist stuff if it just hits for me. That's all. Okay? Criticism is good. Just make sure you focus on what can be better if there is things that can be better, because we want to help artists improve. And if you have any music industry questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. I do always kind of treat this as a time for you guys to ask me questions as well if you want to. Obviously, if you're familiar with me and you're here, you probably know what I do. But if you are here for the first time, I do run 2 distribution companies, so feel free to ask me questions if you want. I've been working in media for the last 8 years, done a lot of very viral interviews, done a lot of very viral content. I made a lot of content for myself, manage artists, I produce music, I do a lot of different things. So if you have any questions about anything that I've worked on or I can help you with, feel free to ask in the chat, and I will always try and answer those questions for you as well. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch and YouTube. We are live right now. We'll be live for the next 2 hours listening to new music, giving feedback. Make sure you submit. That's it. All right, we're going to get into some songs so we can get through as many songs as possible. Again, though, if you do want to guarantee you get played on stream today, the best thing you can do is join our paid skip queue, which is $5 for a regular skip, $10 for a super skip. The only difference is it'll put you into 2 different queues. So super skips get pushed higher, regular skips will stay in the skip queue. It is a guarantee you'll get played before the end of the stream, but if super skips come in, the paid skips will move down. The regular skips will move down, okay? That's just how it works. I did not build the system, all right? Haha. What's the best way to get into the industry? Not necessarily as an artist. What part of the industry do you want to be in? My best advice would be to just do and work on whatever the fuck you want to work on, and do it in your own time. Freelance, network, build relationships. Building relationships is the biggest thing I would tell you to do if you are trying to figure out how to get into the industry. Just build relationships with people constantly. Figure out how you can bring value to people as well. Nishama, come send it in on stream, bro. Put it in the release calendar if nothing else. Love DeAndre. What's up? We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out right now. If you guys don't follow us on the Kayvan's House page on Instagram yet, I would highly recommend you do it also. We just dropped a new interview today with Cedric Brazil. You can check that out on my YouTube channel as well, so make sure you go subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll have more videos, more interviews dropping this year. We'll be doing more interviews with artists this year as well. New Music Friday. Every single Friday we update this playlist. Is free for you to submit to it and put your releases in my release calendar, so do that also. We've got songs we found in the comments. I update this every single week. I listen to the songs you leave me in the comments. It's free. It's another free way for you to submit music, get in a playlist, and also have content made about you as well. So if you are DMing me music, stop doing that. Don't DM me shit. I'm not checking them. Go put it in the comments of this video right here. I will listen to them every Thursday. That updates. So you've got 2 more days to put your submissions in there before I start releasing them and listening to them. Songs we found on live stream every single week. These are the songs that I find here as well. So make sure you send those in. I'll play you a beat. I'll play you a beat right now while we fucking listen to this. Yeah. Just to demonstrate, bro. What do you want? What am I feeling right now? This one. I've been on my UK Garage shit. All right. What else? At Home with Interview Series. This updates every other week. We've got new interviews dropping with artists from the community and around the community every couple of weeks, so make sure you check those out too. And our community playlist, which is still open in the Discord, you can go submit for that right now if you want to. That is another free way for you to submit music for another content and playlist opportunity, right? Community playlist is free. It's a channel. Go submit your Spotify links in there. We'll be listening. We'll be paying attention. I'll be saving my favorites. We'll update that soon as well. We've also got some more cool Q&As coming up in the Discord for free too. The last one we did was with Ben Lockyer, aka Real Ben Lawyer. So we had an attorney come in and answer your music industry questions in the Discord as well. So lots of free programming, lots of free educational programming, lots of playlists, lots of content for you guys. Go follow us on Instagram, go join the Discord, it's all free. We're just trying to make sure that we put more and more opportunities in front of you guys. And that's it. Say Mo Been Dead said, that's my lawyer dog. He's great. That was one of my favorite Q&As we've done so far. He gave great answers. I feel like I learned something, which was really cool. I don't always feel like I learned things from Q&As or panels or anything like that, but I did feel like from him there was stuff that I learned. Excuse me. So yeah, I had a great time doing that. So make sure you go follow us on Kayvan's house. Lots of cool, more stuff coming down the line, if I'm being honest. Like, we're just working on more things. Definitely knowledgeable. All right, like I said, submit a Nero. Paid skips are guaranteed to play on stream today. We'll do a free skip every 5 songs, but let's get into it. Yeah, there you go. King Arthur. This is one of my songs. I'm going to put this out probably as like a anonymous side project at some point. But I do a little bit of everything here. We do some of this stuff too. You know what I mean? Jace Moods, what's going on? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Come hang out. Let's get into your music. We're starting today with You Can't Touch This by Junior. And I don't really know what to expect, so we're going to find out. Let's check it out. Yeah, I've got you. There's like a lot of panels and interviews I've done that you can check out from the past too. They're on my YouTube channel in a playlist. You can also check out some of the interviews I've done at Genius, because I've worked at Genius for the last like 8 years, so you can see some of the interviews I've booked and done there as well as some stuff that I work on for my management clients, some of their music videos, a little bit of everything, streams, interviews. Okay, I do like this already, flow-wise, vocal delivery-wise. Vocal mix-wise, it still feels a little bit messy. It's definitely an EQ thing. The EQ feels a little funny on this one. Plosives could use a little bit more de-essing, especially around those S's. The hobby, shh. It's a lot of that, you know what I mean? So just make sure you work on that side of things. Flow is really nice. Beat choice is nice. If you guys have feedback, let us know in the chat. But for me, I think those are probably the first 2 things that really stand out. I'm like kind of curious to know what microphone you recorded this on, because part of me feels like it also might just be the vocal recording itself, which isn't the most clean. There's a lot of things I do like about this one, but it does feel like the vocal mix and maybe the vocal recording are probably the 2 things for me that stand out the most as needing to improve. Sev, if you want to submit, don't do it in the Discord unless you're submitting for the community playlist. If you're submitting for the stream, use this link in the chat to Nero, okay? Really, really good vibe on this one. Look, I will say if the vocal mix on this was more clean, I would playlist this. The way the vocal mix is right now, that's probably what's stopping me from playlisting this, in all honesty, right? It still feels a little unpolished in that sense. Black Boys with a 0 and 2 underscores on Instagram. If you are rocking with us, make sure you go follow. Make sure you go keep up. If you think you can help on the mix side of things, hit him up too. Steve-O says, really like how he sings along to the sample as a hook. Very clever yet catchy. Yeah, I think the song structure was really good. I think the writing was really solid too. For me, the only thing that really caught my ear as needing to improve, and probably the reason I wouldn't playlist this, like I said, is just going to be that vocal mix. And just where it sits, it just felt like a little messy at times, and I do think the plosives, especially around like the sh and s sounds, feel like they were a little too not clean. They were just, that was where it was messy. You know what I mean? So I would just keep an eye out for those things. But overall, as a song, I did enjoy it. I definitely would listen to it as well. All right, first one down. Now you guys know what it's like a little bit. If you're listening, let us know what you think in the chat. If you haven't submitted yet, make sure you get submissions in. We're gonna have a good time listening to this stuff, all right? Aftermath by YK My Name, You Know My Name. Up next, some songs I'm testing out for an album I'm currently working on with Styx. I fuck with Styx too, bro. YK makes some cool music. I will say this. I think I've enjoyed everything that I've generally heard from him so far, so I'm excited to hear this one as well. Let us know what you think in the chat. YK says, get ready for your face to melt. Same Open Dead says, let's go YK. So we got some support in here already. That's usually a good sign. Let us know what you think in the chat. You know what to do.
I wake up, take a piss before I brush my teeth. Cocaine and cocaine residue up in the bathroom sink. Voices in my head.
Silo Kill, what's going on, man? If you want to submit some music, we have changed things up a little bit. Check out those instructions in the chat, okay? Okay, I will say vocals feel a little bit thin. I would love you to open up the bandwidth on the vocal EQ a little bit more. Bars are good, delivery is great, beat choice is great. Writing is definitely there. That sub is a face melter. The bass might be too loud. Like, I like the way it feels, but it does feel like it's maybe a touch loud. Just because it hits so much harder than everything else there, you know what I mean? Unknown Temptation, what's going on, bro? If you want to submit, just make sure you use this link in the chat. And if you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions as well. Styx will not turn it down, never. I'm dead, bro. K-Dot says, yeah, I want to hear him more because he's really rapping. I think that's the only thing, is the vocal does feel like it gets slightly buried under the production. It is a very cool beat and a very, very cool vocal, though. They go together extremely well. And I like this. All right. The tempo shifting, the pace shifting is really cool. It moves very well. Still gotta master it. Like the dynamics is the same mo. Crazy how a whisper-like vocal can be intimidating. I feel that. I love this chopped, screwed feeling part at the end here too. I don't always love when artists do this, but you've done it in a really tasteful way. This is so spooky. Someone said it in the chat a minute ago. Haunting beat, said Same Open Dead. It's got a real spooky vibe to it for sure. I loved this one, all right? Like, overall, very much loved this, right? Biggest things for me, like I said, is just feeling like the vocal felt maybe a little squashed bandwidth-wise on the EQ side of things. I would love to hear some more of the other, like, frequencies in your voice. It does feel like that sub comes in pretty hard, and that's maybe just something I would listen out for, because it could also do that thing when you upload it to Spotify and it just squashes the fuck and compresses the fuck out of the overall master, which I think would really hurt the feeling of this song overall. And then the other thing that I would say that I noticed maybe a little bit is just overall vocal could maybe come up in the mix just a touch volume-wise as well. But I do kind of think that the EQ bandwidth thing will probably help a lot on that kind of side of things as well. Fucked with it, though. She was tough. EQ the beat a little bit. Exactly. I think it's those fine tunes. All right, we got another Styx beat next. YK.whatto-do on Instagram. If you're rocking that, make sure you go follow. I really did enjoy the song, and I am very excited to hear more from you. Shish Kebab, Samo, and Styx up next. Shout out YK. I'm an institution. Oh, thank you so much. This one drops tomorrow. Make sure you put it in our release calendar. I was like, what does that say? Kayvan, you're I'm an institution. I like that. I like that. Shish kebab. One of my favorite foods of all time.
Папа, к тебе грузин приехал.
Oh. I'm a building. It's true. I'm a house. Same Open Dead will fall on you immediately, bro.
breakfast, feta and fresh peppers. Tony Soprano, reading the Star Ledger. Baguette always tucked and loaded. I should get a holster. Be easy for
Brother, where are you
press with
from?
the heat and turn panini toys
What is this
social.
flag? I don't know that I've ever seen this flag before. Armenia? Oh. Shout out to you, my Armenian friend. Definitely hit the follow immediately. This is tough, bro.
Tears on my eyes and they won't subside. All the lies that I live swirl around my lid.
This goes crazy. Let us know what you think in the chat. This does go quite hard. Okay, Unknown Temptation, thank you. Sorry I missed your chat, but I am looking. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch and YouTube. We're live right now. Sticks, do you have a SoundCloud?
Tragedy come trying from the mouth of a lion. I pull out this poetry and make it look like an exact science. Nah, I like
Dude, Sticks is going crazy on these beats.
Through it like I'm Mike Krzyzewski, Blue the Devil. Sometimes the crudest fellow. Not my problem that I like.
Alright, is this a... Where's this sample from? Is this an Armenian sample?
My niece is sweet, my nephew's an asshole.
It's a crazy flip. This is an insane flip.
Conviction on my breath, bright and early in the morning. Autumn in Anatolia, most serving that new sermon. I can't see
It's like one of the more interesting sample flips I've heard in a really long time. It is Armenian. That's sick. I love that too. We're not gonna snitch. No sample snitching. I just wanted to know if it was Armenian or not. That's tough. I like that you incorporated your culture into this as well. Whole album's gonna be Armenian samples. I love that. I love that theme.
To diaspora dreams coming to fruition. Listen, if you in my presence, you
Oh shit. No. Sorry guys, I closed the wrong tab. I did it by accident. You're about here. Whoops. I'm just a human. I'm just a human being. Sorry. I meant to close this one.
So many words for this life. I hope I fit them in. Armenians from Anatolia, accustomed to getting displaced.
I'm not even mad at throwing this right back in where we're at.
And trials and tribulations warmly embraced. Genocidal situations, almost wiped us off the face of existence. My pedigree persists.
That's okay, Unknown Temptation. We're here to help you improve, bro. That's what feedback is for.
Dreams coming to fruition. Listen, if you in my presence, you will witness.
I don't hear a chorus effect on the vocals necessarily. Maybe on the sample. But I really like this one a lot. It is very unique because there's just not that many people who rap like this anymore. And also just the beat choice, the sample usage, like the beat itself is a very unique kind of approach to production anyway. I fuck with this. When is this gonna drop? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay, you're in the chat right now, Samo. Use this link. Go to my release calendar. Fill it out. Put the release in there. On Friday, when I do my New Music Friday update, this is definitely going to be in there. You could also submit it in the comments if you want to get, you know, in there for Thursday. Because I definitely feel like it'd make it in that playlist. And I'm the type of person, if I fuck with a song one time, I'm going to put it in multiple playlists just because. So, I like that. Great job. Great work. Very little feedback. I don't even know that I have any feedback on that one at all. Oh no. Well, that's not good. Burner for posterity. I'm gonna stay out of it until I see anything that maybe like, you know, confirms anything either way. Just because it's not my place. it's not my place. The thing that bothers me is that song is good, but what's dog intentions from a cultural? This is amazing from a business. This will flop. That's fine though. Sometimes you don't always have to make music from a business perspective. I think music can be made just to be art as well. So like, as far as the intentions, like if the intention is to just make good art, then I feel like that was achieved, including cultural nods back to like where you're from and who you grew up around and with, I think is an important thing just in celebrating your own culture and connecting with the fan base. So I think that's good too. And there's no, you know, like there's no guarantees. I try to say this all the time, like even from a distro standpoint, there's not knowing what song is going to be the one that takes off. Like we're already all just guessing at it anyway. There's like things we can listen for and look for, but like at the same time, like I don't like picking songs for anybody because realistically, like any song could go crazy if you're pushing it in the right way. So you know what I mean? I think it's also just like different, like what you want to be as an artist and what you want to be in this industry. Like you don't have to be a superstar. You know what I mean? Name the last boom bap you heard blow up. I mean, Overcast right now is doing quite well. Mavi is doing quite well. It all streams quite well. It just like depends like what audience you're looking for and trying to hit. You know what I mean? It's like I can say the same thing about the rage music artists. Like how many of them have had a career that's lasted more than a year? Like you know what I mean? So I think it's like flip side. It just depends on what you're trying to build. Like I think at the same time is like you can make a really, really loyal, solid fan base by niching down and making the type of music that just fits for your audience and the audience you're looking for. And the audience you're looking for might just be beyond the internet and in real life as well. Like it doesn't necessarily mean that just because you make a type of music, it's impossible for it to do well. I think if you look at fucking, I'm not a fan of them personally, but like Joey Valance and Bray is like boom bap. They make like Beastie Boys fucking rebirth music, you know what I mean? And they're doing well. They're touring nationally, internationally. Like I'm just saying, it's like not an impossible thing. Is it something that you'll hear on the radio? Maybe not, but like at the same time, like radio is mostly paid for by labels with their budgets, and you know what I mean? It's like it's not payola necessarily, but there's a lot of stuff that goes into radio promotion, a lot of money that goes into radio promotion as well. And what's playing on the radio isn't necessarily what people are listening to all the time either. So I'm just saying, yeah, like Pusha T's last solo album was hard modern boom bap. That's what killed music, everything becoming niche. I don't think that's necessarily true either. It's niche in some cases, but also at the same time, there's a lot of like real genre bending, different styles of music, like people pulling from different genres and making their own new styles of music. If you, like honestly, if you look at Two Hollis, like I wouldn't say he's traditionally in any genre specifically. There's elements of hip hop, there's elements of electronic, there's elements of pop. He's very popular. Charlie literally niched down, had the biggest album of her career. That's also true. Like it's just about the audience you're trying to reach more so than it is like the music itself. I think you can market music to anyone. It's just about how you reach them and how you connect with them. So yes, but no. You know what I mean? Miami radio play songs 3 to 5 years ago. Yeah, exactly. It's just the audience. What audience are you trying to reach? You know what I mean? Sometimes niching down helps you reach the right audience. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to be pigeonholed into one genre or one specific like pigeonhole, right? For like ever. Two Hollis is the first in his sound in a sense. Yeah, that's what I mean. And so like yes, niching down does stuff, but at the same time, like it's not the end all be all. That's all I'm saying. Got hit with allegations from a burner. Yeah, I'm going to stay out of that because I don't know anything about it, so I'm not here to comment on whatever's going on in people's lives. I'm just here to talk about the music first and foremost. If I find out something later on down the line and like that makes me not fuck with the artist, that's a completely different thing. I do have standards. There are things that I look for, but like if I'm listening to music for the first time giving feedback, like yeah, I don't know shit about that. That's I got nothing to say about that right now. Ian Franzen, bro. I fuck with this artist. New demo I've been working on, really rough, and thought you might enjoy. I really like this artist. Speaking of artists who pull from different styles, Tomato Headed Boy, man. It's a little indie. It's a little alt. I like it. Steve-O, yeah, there's some industry planty things about Two Hollis, too, that I learned recently. So, it's not all just organic from nowhere. He's been around this shit for a while, since his whole life, basically. This person's a penguin and doesn't have fingers to make me. What are you talking about? I see fingers in all of these pictures. This dude definitely has fingers. Can confirm Ian Franzen has fingers. Tomato Headed Boy on Instagram. Allegedly, I'm looking at them. You gonna tell me these are AI? Yo, again, Ian, bro, like, it's just such a good feeling. The bits on all of your music and just, like, the texture, like, the thing that makes you feel, it's so, like, crispy and, like, analog. I just love it. Eddie says this is great. I'm a big Ian Franzen fan, I have to be honest. I know I shouldn't, but I hate it when I find someone pretending to be indie when you can tell that they're clearly backed. Yeah, look, that's just the music industry, though. Like, I always say this to people, like, the industry plant conversation to me is a bit dumb, because it's just, like, if somebody's an industry plant, like, all that means is that the fucking industry's working for them. Like, if you were in that situation, wouldn't you be like, yeah, I want my team to fucking do shit for me? Yeah, you would. Yeah, I want them to spend my budget properly and make it work. Like, yeah, you would. You would. I would say the same. Like, I would say the same fucking thing. Like, all that means is that the label that you signed to did that job properly. You know what I mean? Nepo Babies is a little bit different, but there's a story to tell, so there's a reason those people are signing those people as well. The thing with Two Hollis is his mom runs like one of the biggest PR companies in music, and then his dad is a drummer for a band and has been like in music his whole life. So it's just like the access you have to certain things, I think, is the kind of imbalance, right? Is just like the access to being able to kind of snap your fingers and get the best of XYZ thing, but also at the same time is like, bro, when I have kids, if my kids want to do music, what do you think I'm going to do? Not open every single fucking door that I can open? I'm going to open every door that I can open for them. It's just what you do as a parent. I think it's just what you do if you have the ability to do it for anybody. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the only thing that I can say is just like, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, like, if everybody in this chat right now is going to sit here and tell me, yeah, if I have the opportunity to fucking do nepotism for my kid or, like, be an industry plant, like, you wouldn't take it. You take it in a heartbeat. It just means that everything's working. It'll make your life easier. But at the same time, yeah, the struggle is a part of the journey, and that's some people's journey, some people's is not. I think it's fucking weird to me when people pretend like they're not, though. That's where I draw the line, is if they're pretending like it was so hard, but like it wasn't. Like, don't do that. That's cap. Say his son makes music. That's tight. Claire was icky. Her dad ran like a marketing agency. I think he ran Fated Label, and then she was signed to Fated Label. But, you know, it is what it is. Super Bad. So Da Vinci up next. Just released a single July 1st off my new EP, I Told You So, which is set to drop August 1st. Pre-save link in my bio. This record's a feel-good type of vibe. Perfect summer joint to play outside. The ladies and fellas can vibe to it also. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. We are doing our first free skip of the evening after this, so make sure you got your submissions in if you didn't. I also like Clara's music a lot, so I'm not going to sit here and say she's not talented.
Turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, if the music is good, am I really going to be that mad about it?
Look,
probably not.
Hey, I'm a bad motherfucker. Looking like my
Steve-O, I'm dead, bro.
I keep it 100. These hoes want that thing. Hit her in no partner. She gon' make it rain. Hit her with that thunder. I'm a bad motherfucker. Looking like my mama.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's very few like industry plant nepo kids that I'm not like, you know what, I kind of fuck with this though.
She gon' make it rain.
There's a couple.
With that thunder.
This one feels really good. Let us know what you think in the chat. First one that we're saving in the playlist tonight. I do think the lead vocal could be louder. I actually really like where the vocal harmonies and background vocals sit.
I apologize, you must want me to lie to you. Say something fly to you, girl.
I also wish that the kick kicked a little bit more. Like, there's that 808 kind of boom that's there in the background. What's up, J-Mac? But the kick's not really kicking.
I'm a MC with a hammer. It ain't no nigga out touching me. Face code on 100. I've been moving around so comfortably. Remember, you ain't fuck with me.
Harmony's actually one of my favorite parts. Delivery on the lead vocal is nice too, but I do wish that the lead vocal was louder. Kick needs to kick a little bit more than it does.
If she bad, she get slayed. Drowning that water, don't wanna be saved. I'm a bad motherfucker. Look good like my mama. Daddy gave me game. I keep it 100.
Hate that I'm saying this, but Section sounds like early Drake, especially the vocals. Sounds really good though. He doesn't even make that music anymore, so I'm never really that mad about it when I hear that from people these days. I hear that a little bit though.
I keep it 100. The hoe want that thing. Hit her in no partner. She gon' make it rain. Hit her with that thunder. I apologize to you. Must want me to lie to you. Say something fly to you, girl. I wanna ride with you. I wanna slide with you. I wanna vibe with you, girl.
I really love this part where the sings it comes back in is really, really nice. Good music is good music. Sometimes you gotta say fuck originality. It's also true. We're all inspired by things we've listened to. That's the whole reason we ended up making music in the first place. You know what I mean? So Da Vinci 2 R's on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with this one. It's called Super Bad. We're doing our first free skip right now after this one.
If you think you're horny, you can count me. If you think you're horny now, yeah. Wait until
it moves well too. There's maybe moments where I feel like the energy drops off just a touch too much in the production. But there is a lot of things that I do really like in this. This is good, though. I like the raspy voice. It's not in tune, but that slight strain helps sell the song. I would agree with that, too. If you think you want, you can count on me as well. Look, if there's one thing that I can tell you about rap lyrics throughout the years, is you're going to hear some absolutely wild statements. And that is just a part of it. I think if you're not hearing those wild statements, you're probably not listening to very compelling hip-hop music. I mean, think about NLE Chopper, bro. If I was a bad bitch, I want to fuck me too. I want to suck me too. I want to hump me too. That is bar for bar, maybe NLE's best raps of all time. How long am I streaming for? I'm streaming until 8 p.m. Eastern time. We got one more hour and 20 minutes left. I put the crack in my crack, literally. You know what I'm saying? I've heard some provocative lines. Some of my bump powers. Xylo, you got to do it in in Nero if you want to summon your bump powers, my dude. 44 romance. You are getting bumped up. You are our first free skip of the night. This is Road Life. Lucky you. You won. You're a winner. Congratulations. Road Life. Let us know what you think in the chat. Where are you from, man? Oh, GTA. Close to Toronto. Greater Toronto area, man. I love the way this has started out. It's giving me fuck, what's his name? Ah, shit, what's his name, bro? What's his fucking name? Mustafa. Give him Mustafa from the jump, bro. Immediate save. Immediate follow. If we're not already. Oh. Let us know what you think in the chat. Vibe says Techo. Lonely Seb says McGee. Woo! This is beautiful. I do wish the lead vocal was up a tiny bit more. But I mean, these harmonies, these layers, like, this is wonderful, actually. Oh, I love music like this. This is definitely a sweet spot for me. "44 Devious" is also in the GTA. You guys should tap in. Just started making music like this. It's very good for someone who's just started making it in this space, too. Who do you listen to? Who kind of inspired you to kind of go in this direction a little bit more? I just listen to a lot of music like this, bro. I listen to a lot of like indie. I also follow a lot of curator playlists just week to week because I'm submitting them for work too. So like ones to watch, they always have stuff like this. Fashionably Early always has some stuff like this in their playlist too. Dijon, McGee, and Frank. Yeah, that makes sense. This is so good, bro. Actually, I don't know if we've listened to your other music before, but more of this. More of this. If we had listened to anything else before, it didn't stand out to me the way that this will, or it did. I'm never gonna forget this version of your music, to be honest. Road Life is staying in my library forever. I'm gonna make sure I add this to my liked songs also. Yeah, you got a real good ear for this, man. Harmonies are very good too. Hey, look at this, man. Getting highlighted this week on them Hues. Make sure you go follow them Hues, bro. You hear me, 44? Them Hues. Steve-O, who's in the chat, this is his platform. Steve-O Papa. He also does music discovery, playlists, all that kind of stuff, so make sure you go tap in. This is why we do this, man. I want to put you guys in front of more people who can support your music, especially people who want to support independent and emerging artists. This one's amazing. 44 Romance. Yeah, also a music writer. He does do more than them Hughes as well. Song is called Road Life. Make sure you go follow. Make sure you go save this one. It's still under 1,000 plays, which seems crazy to me. When did this drop? June 27th. So it just dropped like 2 weeks ago. Make sure you go follow. That was a sick first free bump. I'm very excited about that one. Paradise up next. Techo Music. We'll have another 5 paid skips before we get into another free one from the spinning wheel. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have 5 in here. Let's get going. Paradise by Techo. Let us know what you think in the chat. Very new song. Very good work. Loved it.
Through the night,
Alright, we're gonna switch up the vibes a little bit. Vibes are changing a little bit in this one. Techo.music on Instagram. I like this as well though. This is another vibe that I've been on a lot recently. Also fair, bro. I have a very confusing accent, it's true. I grew up in the UK and then I moved to the US, but my dad's from Iran, which is why I fuck with Armenians also. Big vocals is devious. Big sound. Big room. Part of me wanted like a false drop there before the full drop came in, but honestly, that's like the pickiest non-feedback ever. Very unnecessary. Techo, where are you from? This is very UK coded. Your name is Persian? Shout out to you, bro. What's your name? Sweden. This makes sense. Great producers in Sweden. Great musicians in Sweden. My wife and I talk about this all the time. Incredible songwriters, like the best pop songwriters you've ever fucking heard from Sweden. Iran is Persia, yes. Yeah, exactly. Max Martin, fucking, what are the other guys? Soundscape? Not Soundscape. I can't remember what they're called. Stargate, bro. Ooh. Be the first to comment? Sure. Ricky Kimbo. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Just put this in Love Island before the end of the season, please. Techo.music on Instagram, out of Sweden. Great work. Great pop, kind of electronic, UK garage leaning. Just very, very good. You met him a couple times? That's crazy, dude. What was he like? That's so cool. Oh, I'm geeking out about that a little bit. I can't believe you met Max Martin. That's very sick. Hurt November from the 3, featuring Kayvan, Conspirate Gaze, produced by Shamar. Up next, I like these guys, man. Very underground raps. If you like underground raps, you're gonna like From the 3. This man's mustache has grown. Techo, he's sick, dude. I definitely want to hear more. Oh, that's cool as fuck, dude. Oh my god. Nah, not subs anymore. If you want to skip, it's actually cheaper if you don't sub, and you do it on Nero. W stash, bro, for real. Inside vibes off rips of Steve Papa. It's definitely that, like, we're gonna kind of be on the beat, kind of off the beat raps. Devious says I love this beat. Let us know what you think in the chat. Oh, my guy's got the fucking teddy bear. He got the teddy bears on. Fuck the beat raps. I love that. This is actually Delete Glitches in the chat. This is him rapping right now. Shave the neck quick, spray the redness. No one claimed the necklace. Names got left in the past. Cinematics go hard, says King Arthur. I like this. Pray for seconds, A for effort, hating sex tips. I frequently say that I don't always love this type of music, but these guys always do pretty good. They just always look like they're having fun too. Ricky says fun listen. True. Mixed reviews in the chat. Let us know what you think could be better, if there's anything that you think could improve. Noise, what's good? If you want to submit or skip the queue, there are the instructions in the chat for you on YouTube as well.
to touch the stars, I'm breaking barriers. Made
It is more than one person rapping, yes.
I'll be damned if I can't cut up in a
That make me want to test the pen, something crazy, says K-Dot. I love how much of a sport rap is still to so many rappers out here. Look, I will say cadence-wise, like vocal sound-wise, these guys always catch my ear. They catch my attention. I'd have to listen like really intently to lyrics to give feedback on the lyrics. I tend to not do that as much these days. But I do like the sound overall, and it's not something that I always really enjoy. Sometimes I don't really enjoy stuff in that space. But I do think there is something really special about the three of them together, like just the way that they, like the chemistry there on camera, also just on the track. Sometimes stuff doesn't go together that well. There's a couple people that everyone like really fucks with like in that space who I just like don't get. But I think that's the thing too, is it's like such like a subjective thing in general, where I'm always kind of like, I'm not going to judge the lyrics necessarily every time. Sometimes I will. But I think with stuff like that, if it doesn't sound and feel good, like that's the biggest thing for me. And for me, especially with those guys, like it always feels good, always sounds good. And I think that's the reason that it stands out to me, especially with some of the stuff that gets offbeat. Like they always find their way back to the beat. And I think that's the thing that catches my ear too, is like there are some people who just never find their way back to the beat. And that shit will aggravate me to no end when it just doesn't feel like there's any rhythmic through line at all. You know what I mean? So I think that's the reason for me why those guys stand out a little bit more than some of the others in the space. But very subjective, so let us know what you think in the chat. Love for L, Baby Joe. I've never listened to this artist before, so this is a new one for us. Let us know what you think in the chat. Take the long way around to the beat. I love that. All right, let us know what you think. Not much information about Baby Joe. No posts from Baby Joe. Baby Joe, what's going on here, man? You're very mysterious. Thanks for the follow, Visca, Josericus. Thank you. Welcome in. Delete Glitch has got a good point though. This was kind of a vibe. I mean, I do hear a lot of music like this, so I will say, does it stand out in the space? I'm not sure. Does it feel good when I listen to it? Yes. Taji says this is chill. It's like the closest thing to spoken word and really does allow for some creative lyricism with uneven time. It's true. Josericus, what's going on with Josericus? If you want to submit, it's free to submit. Just make sure you use the Nero link. You found it already. If you want to skip the queue and guarantee you get played on stream today, we do have a paid skip queue if you want to do that, but every 5 paid skips, we'll do a free skip. We have one coming up very shortly. All right, joe.dll33 on Instagram. So I like the harmonies on this one. It's pretty... like there's something about it that feels a little flat. I think it's more the production than the actual vocal that feels a little flat. But I just think because the beat feels kind of loopy. You know what I mean? Like the further you get into it, the more repetitive it kind of feels on the production side. It is kind of a vibe though. I am going to save it and come back to it tomorrow. Crazy thing with this beat is it's actually in perfect waltz timing. It just sounds type crazy. Once I heard the pocket, I couldn't unhear. Oh, it's in 3/4? Sorry, I thought you were talking about this one, and I was about to say this is not in 3/4. This is absolutely in 4/4. Bedrooms, what's up? Need a more energetic high vocal to switch it up. Yeah, I think that's the thing. It just needs a little bit more variation in it, I think, to keep it interesting throughout. Yeah, I feel if the voice is going to be this mellow, maybe the beat should do more. That's my thing. More variation either in the production or in the vocal. I'm not so mad at the vocal because it does feel like it matches the energy of the beat. But I think at the same time, what I would have loved to hear, and maybe just something to think about as you're picking beats, is because you have a little bit more of a mellow, kind of laid-back approach to the delivery, having some more energy in the production might help. I think that's... like, honestly, if you look at, like, a Don Toliver, I think that's what Don does really well. And if you listen to some of his earlier music, I think you kind of get the same effect with some of the beat choices. But the further you get into his discography, the more you kind of hear that development in doing songs and beats that just feel like they move a lot. Synthra, what's going on? Steve says, see, I got to listen to it again because now you're going to be really wanting to listen to it again here. Look, man, he's doing a great job of selling his music to you. Baby Joe's a hard name. I also agree with that. And Cleboy J Rapper, I do love you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the community. It's great to have you. All right, K Woods up next. Hidden Beside Me featuring OS. First demo in a minute. We have 2 more after this, and then we'll do a free skip. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 2 more.
If it's 100 ways to pick a flower under the sun, would you find me sitting with food, flapping my gums, sit beside me, spilling my truth, feeling so done with excitement, anxiety, fear, maybe some love. I heard my darling, I flirt with
Jack Boys was good. This is a really cool K-Dot. K-Dot Woods on Instagram. I do think there's maybe a little bit too much emphasis on the high mids and the highs on the vocal, and part of me wants to hear you open up that frequency just a little bit more on the vocal. Which sounds like Wayne low-key. Rap Boy's dope. I fuck with this, says Rari. I like the way it's layered. The way that it's layered and like the slight messiness of the layering it's very blog era rap, and I don't know, it just tickles like a nostalgic feeling in my ear, which I like. King Arthur says this is peak from the lyrics to the beat delivery. Synthra says kind of wish the drums were further forward just overall, but especially in the hook. I will say this one does lean mix-wise much more into the melodic aspects of the beat than the rhythmic aspects of the beat. So I think a little bit more balance between both of those elements would be good, even if it's not pushing the drums further into the front. DV says a bit of mixing this is a jam. Blog era was the most interesting era of rap, I feel like. I mean, maybe this is just me because of the time. But I just felt like there was a lot of experimentation there and like different sounds and people pushing boundaries now. It's still happening, but it feels like there's maybe a little bit less of that. Yeah, just when there's a couple elements going at once, you really got to listen out for the drums. That's fair. Wrong, it's the 90s by a mile. Come on. I think the blog era hasn't aged particularly well. The 90s, though, arguably, everything sounded very similar as well. I think I like this too. I think part of me on the mix here is that I want to hear more from the rhythmic elements in general, the bass and the drums. I fuck with, like, as a rapper, I will say, I fuck with K-Dot, like, very good, like, rapper, great writer. I do agree, Blogger in 2009 to 15 was very good. But there's a lot of music that aged poorly in that time period as well, you know what I mean? Just production-wise, sound choice-wise. This actually kind of reminds me a little bit of like an Amine. Maybe also even like a Chitty Bang. Bad music comes from every era, though. Let's be real. There was bad hip-hop in the 90s, too. Synthesis, I'm loving this so much, just need some more confidence in the sounds. Taji says this is fire as fuck. Devious says, yeah, it has an Amine vibe. He actually sings like him. Early Toby Lou. Shout out Toby Lou. Slight Oliver Tree vibes, says Ricky Akimbo. I like this. Regardless of the vibe, definitely go check out some more K-Dot's music, too. Like, just in general, I think everything that I have listened to from him, I have enjoyed. K-Dot Woods on Instagram. Also some really cool visuals, too. But, like, this is still an artist who's figuring everything out. Still very early in their career as well. And I just always tell people, like, to be creating at a high level, even if everything else still needs work, is like a great thing. Like, the music at the core of it still needs to be good. And there's a great foundation there. And I say this every time I listen to K-Dot Woods. So make sure you go follow. Make sure you go tap in. Talk about it. Sev, up next. And then we'll do another free skip. All right, what do we got here? Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep things moving. Oh.
Tell me about that.
Oh.
Tell me how that shit feel.
Oh.
I get back. No, I got this shit sealed.
Whoa.
Yes, I did that.
Okay, this is tough, bro.
Bitch.
This is crazy all around.
Shawty call my phone, I don't even pick up. Damn, it's been too long, you ain't got no luck. Tryna see
Really
what's
sick
up,
vocal,
what's wrong,
really
me
cool
for.
production.
See my Final Fantasy, I call up my Tifa. Count reps with my feet up, find shit I need ya. I know my young
This is
niggas
unique as
slide,
fuck, bro.
they gon' please 'em. Finna raise my feet up, bro, nigga can't keep nothing. Ton of asses in the hallway, but I'm still going on speed run. I was just all in the mix. I was just on my bleak.
Be careful of those like clavs.
I was just lying down talking about my song, got a brand new pitch.
They're a bit loud.
I gotta watch myself, so I walk with a stick.
Or like the rim shot, whatever it is, that's a little loud. I'll maybe just cut that down a touch.
Keep my phone on D&D when I'm making these songs and shit. Notice you think I'm alone and shit. Long as I got me some chrome on lit. No, I keep running the dome. I shit that way home. You get in
King
my
Arts says, Kate says, holy shit, this is crazy. Same month as I love this beat. Ricky says, unique drums. This is fire as fuck, bro. Sev.
Tell me about that. Tell me how that shit feel. Got my get back.
I really like everything about this too, man.
Yes, I did that.
This is very cool. This stands out in a lot of different ways. I hit the Big Baby Gucci a little bit too. I wish I made this fucking beat. Oh my god, this beat is hard. Why not Sev on Instagram? Make sure you go follow. That was fire. Talk about it. When does this drop, bro? I fucking really enjoyed this a lot. Yeah, when is this project coming out? What's the vibes? Tell us more. I'm a big fan of this sound. I definitely want to hear more from this project as well, to be honest with you. Zalakill says fire. Favorite of the stream says Steve-O. It came in hard from the jump. It came in very, very hard. Guitar solo would slap. That's an interesting creative addition, potentially, for sure. It sounded really fun. I just enjoyed that all the way through. There was nothing I didn't like about that. The one thing I would say is just that one rim shot sound feels like it comes in a little bit louder than some of the other percussive elements. So you keep an ear out for that, but that's a very small note in an otherwise very, very enjoyable song. She Chose Up, Randy White. Song just came out on 6:30, produced by Cherry Beats and Big O. All right, what's up with this, man? She Chose Up. Shout out to Cherry Beats who produced this one too, man. Yeah, man, there's no feedback here. We just love that shit. That was hard. I want to hear the rest of the project. Truly. Hey, hey, hey. Oh. Straight in the playlist. I guess I'm just her type. She know what she likes. This is tough, man. Randy, that's you on Instagram. Cool bounce, love the synths. Sometimes you don't have to give feedback. If the song is fire, we can just say it's fire. Cherry Beats on production as well. Shout out Cherry Beats, man. Did some amazing work on Serena's What You Didn't Know EP as well this year. You lucky that you took out for lunch. If you ain't ever seen her make cash, then you don't really know her like that. Hey. I'm not gonna lie, I needed this vibe on a fucking Monday at 7 p.m. Randy, that's you on Instagram. I seen her with him when I walk by. She chose This is super fire. I like this a lot. Great mix on this too. Great harmonies. I guess I'm just her type. She know what she like. You ain't gotta ask her twice. When the DJ play her song, go way back, baby, ride it. When the bottles come in. Kid Infinite says this one of the ones. This is sick. Again, man, Randy, that's you on Instagram for the artist on this one. One half of the production team, Cherry Beats, 2 E's, TZ on Instagram. And then also a whole lot of O, the other producer on this one as well, out of Virginia. Vocals sound good as hell. No feedback. This one is actually, I mean, I'm not very surprised considering the production team that worked on this, but I will say mix, very clean production, great bounce, all around just a very well-written, well-produced song. Definitely put that in the playlist immediately. A very easy save. Synthra, Iridescent up next, my first Ableton project. Made the switch about 2 weeks ago. Making this track so I can learn the door. Really struggling on the mix, so would love to hear your thoughts. Also, it's still a work in progress, so it ends kind of suddenly. Just really obsessing over the mix. right in the middle of that learning curve of learning Ableton. The only reason I haven't switched from Logic to Ableton is the learning curve. So I definitely can't wait to hear what you've done. Let us know what you think in the chat. A bit of a vibe switch here. Synthra is a part of Big Duck's community as well. I think that's the first place that I heard him. So let us know what you think. Yeah, that one felt good, man. We're gonna hop right back into the production side of things right now. A little bit of electronic. For me personally, I said this the other day. A shorter fade in, though I do like the dynamics. I think a really long fade in, you'll lose listeners. For the purpose of loading the door, I'm not that mad at it. You know what I mean? I just think for a commercial release, I'd probably encourage you to do the fade in a little bit quicker, just to get to maximum volume a little bit quicker. That's all. Because I think you'll lose people with a slow fade in intro, personally. Sound choice wise, it's really good so far. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful use of strings there. I mean, I would love to hear a little bit more width, I think, on the drum break. That feels a little thin in comparison to some of the other elements. Ooh, love the string, though. Cool sound design. Callie Stockton gave us some dancing music notes. A lot of cool sounds, says Devious. If anybody has any Ableton mix tips, put them in the chat. I might try shrooms to this, says Cleo Boy J. Clee Boy J. I keep trying to call you Cleo Boy J. Cleba J. I'm gonna just call you J, bro. Boss battle music, says Tashi's. Definitely some boss battle music. I think part of me wants to hear ever so slightly less of that synth bass too, and some more of these other sparkly piano, string, higher kind of like synth stuff in the background. I'm disappointed about the Ableton switch, but Synthra does always make bangers, says Xylo Kill. Why are you disappointed about the Ableton switch? Fucking un-Ableton FL gang rise. I don't like FL. I'm not a FL user either. We lost another soldier. Stop that. I feel like Ableton works better with lower gain staging, says Devious. That's a good tip for you. Yeah, I don't know if I have all that much feedback on the mix outside of bring that sub bass down a little bit, shorter fade in, and then widen up just the width. I think in the EQ of the drum break specifically felt a little squashed at times. Logic gang, let's go. What? You can bring a lot of things up in the master. Otherwise, I feel like everything feels crunchy, says Devious. I use FL and not gonna lie, fuck FL. I want Pro Tools. Pro Tools is fine. I don't like Pro Tools at all. It's great for mixing, but if you're gonna be producing in your DAW as well, don't get Pro Tools, because producing in Pro Tools is doo-doo caca. I hate it. Only reason I've not switched to Logic is because I don't have a Mac and I prefer Windows. That's totally fair. I understand that as well. The only reason that I'm on Logic in the first place was because I switched to a Mac, and I do everything on a Mac. Even this right now, we're doing it on a Mac. Yeah, super dope, though. Synthra_ on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that. That was Iridescent. When She's Around Me by Taji's up next. It's been a while since we've heard from you, Taji's, but it's good to see you in the chat again. This one's called When She's Around Me. Let us know what you think in the chat. How you been, Taji's? I love PT 10 to 12. Pro Tools 10 to 12? Okay. Oh, okay, that's good. It used to be clunky as fuck. I think I learned on Pro Tools 9, though. Love the Scott Pilgrim AMV here. Yeah, I'm on Logic Pro 11, I think, and that's pretty solid. Thanks for the follow, Zeus. One of my favorite Greek gods. Hey, Taji's, this sounds way more polished than when we were at, like, the last time we listened to you, bro. No shade, but it feels like you've grown as an artist a lot. I like Logic Pro. It's the most, like, user-friendly, I think.
I'm really hoping that we last. Girl, I treat you right, I think you're better than your last. She really hates to talk about her past. We could take it at your pace, girl, I ain't even gonna ask.
The only thing I would say is when you hit some of these melodic things at the ends of lines, that could be a little bit cleaner at times. Let us know what you think in the chat, though. There's definitely a market for this. And you're like one country singer away from doing like a country rap song. Not 6 ads. That's intense. Yeah, I don't like FL. Like, I started using FL when I was like 15, and I didn't like it then either. Studio One. Oh, I've never heard about Studio One. There's also Luna from Apollo as well. Or Bandlab. You didn't miss the reaction, bro. I said you're about like one country verse or country chorus away from like this being like a country rap song, honestly. The only thing I would say is just smoothing out some of these like melodic parts at the ends of lines. That's like the one thing that kind of stands out to me. But this, I was just saying, this feels way more polished than where you were at a couple years ago. So it does feel like you've just kind of like grown. I do agree that the FL stock plugins are hard. There was a whole video that debunked this though, and why things sound louder or harder in FL, and it's not that they actually do. It's just like a placebo effect. I remember watching a whole ass video about this. And it's not what you think it is. 9 years, flex since 808. I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. All right, it looks like we've come to the end of the skip queue. If anybody in the chat does want to guarantee they get played on stream today, best thing you can do is do the paid skip queue. It will get you bumped up. You'll be next. I guess in the meantime, because we're kind of done with the paid skips, maybe we can just do some more free skips at random, and we'll see what we get. We've got about 50 minutes left, too, so, you know, like, if anybody wants to get in there, feel free to get in there. You'd be next. We are going to play These Days by Bedrooms first, though, so let's get into it. Look at this. Let us know what you think in the chat. Got that fucking fade in. People love a fade in these days. This one was a relatively quick fade in, though, at 10 seconds, so I'm not mad at it.
Waking up every day takes courage. Creatures outside, seeing them lurking. Swim with sharks and
I do like Gross Beat, but there is a like clone version of it for everybody else called MB or Melba Audio, and I like that.
I'm feeling really human these days. They're getting longer, but they're flying by. Time's passing. Are we all doing the same?
I think the mix on this one feels a little bit off Bedrooms in comparison to some of the other songs we've listened to from you. Like, I think on this one specifically, right? Like, it feels like a lot of the instrumentation is a bit louder than the rhythmic and the vocal. So it's like the guitars kind of dominate the mix in this one, whereas I think in some of your more recent songs there's a bit more balance in the production as well.
I'm feeling really human these days. You're never alone. The world is alive. So if you feel
Shapebox and Effectrix. Yeah, Gross Beat's really good. This is the one that I use. Melba Production. I think it's M Rhythmizer. This one's really good. M Rhythmizer MB. If you are on, I mean, it's basically Gross Beat. That's why I'm always like, if you need Gross Beat, this is the same thing. And they're good banks, but you can also custom build your own as well. Okay, so I will say, if you are rocking with this one, some songs that I would go listen to from Bedrooms, it looks exactly like Gross Beat. It is Gross Beat. It's just a European clone of Gross Beat, basically. Doom Scroll, great song. Staring at the Sun and Drunk, those are three of my favorite Bedroom songs. That's fine. That's totally understandable. Look, it's just like what you're comfortable with and what you work on, right? Like, if you like what you're on, stay on what you're on. I started on Native Instruments Machine, and I stuck with that for years. The only reason that I switched over to Logic was because I could record vocals in it. And then I could also just kind of, like, use that as a VST inside of Logic. So, like, that's why. Good music is good music, but Ableton looks bad. Ableton does look bad. I don't like the interface of Ableton at all. FL Studio's interface makes it so easy to create stuff bordering on too easy. I don't know if I agree with that versus Logic. I think Logic is the easiest one when I look at it. But yeah, I use Machine as a VST for all of my drum programming. I use Serato Sample for sampling inside of Logic as a VST. Like, Logic is really just the bones of what I'm using all of my VSTs inside of and recording into. But, like, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm using stock Logic plugins ever. but they are fine. Like, I started using Stock Logic plugins and Stock Logic sounds. You can do a lot with them. Logic's the easiest one while having everything Ableton NFL has. Ableton looks like Excel. I'm dead. Whoopsie Daisy, Bettina up next. Next single coming out July 31st. We're also looking for a male feature for the remix. If you know anyone want to connect, hit me up on IG. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep things moving. Like I said, we're done with the paid skip queue. So if anybody did do the paid skip queue, you would be next if you want to do that. If not, it's all good. We'll do some free skips.
I wish I could explain how I'm here again. I thought that I had blocked you.
No, this is kind of tough. Bettina's out of the UK. Bettina underscore BCB.
I'm under your covers. I wake up at your place. Your hand's still on my waist. I gotta go while you're still sleeping. And I can't tell my friends because it's embarrassing how you make me fold so easy. Why'd you have to look at me?
This is actually kind of cool. The one note that I would have on this intro section is just comp in when you switch from rap vocal to melodic vocal, because at times it gets a little shaky in between that transition.
Tripped and I fell on my knees. Whoopsie.
Love the way this develops though.
Is this how you treat all your friends? Whoopsie Daisy, I can't tell.
Okay, so I actually think this dude would sound really good on this. He's in London as well. You should check him out. Sam White. He's a part of our community. I don't think he's in here right now, but he does come in here a lot. I think his voice would sound really good in this. Steve-O says, think Bettina has a lot of potential. Love her. It's very cool.
I can't believe myself.
I do think Sam White could sound really cool on this though.
Why I can't just be done with someone's stupid son, but it's just too good to leave, and I don't know what to do. Only one of us can tell the truth. Sorry if you feel
this is really good pop music, honestly.
I'm glad that is you.
King O says this is hard for real. That was a whoopsie. That was a crazy little ad lib in the background there. I like the way she uses her voice. Yeah, it's very like animated.
I can't tell if you're from heaven or from hell.
Lots of really interesting, good details in that vocally from a performance standpoint.
In your bed.
Production's really sick on this one too. Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing for me too. I think it's the rap part. And then the transition between the rapped and sung part, which just needs a little bit more polishing off. But other than that, I think there's a lot of really cool ideas in here, and production-wise, it's really sick. Yeah, like male feature-wise, like
I messed up. Whoops.
I low-key would say try and get like a UK rapper who's like not taking themselves too seriously. Sam White to me sounds like feels like it could be a good one. I don't know if that's the best example, but he does do the anonymous thing, but I just think like he's pretty cool. I actually think his voice would fit really well. Like the tone and like where his vocal sits, I think would feel really good on that production. That's why I say it. Sorry, I didn't mean to listen to this, but now I'm enjoying it.
I am soft spoken with a jagged edge. What is this celebrity obsession with the Baphomet? I don't know. Sorry, I ain't angry. I'm just passionate. People only.
I don't know. He's also just kind of yeah, it's a whacked out murals freestyle. He's also just a rising rapper in London. I think that's the other reason that it stands out. You know what I'm saying? Magic Mikey G on IG was the producer on that one, so I'm gonna tap him. I'll try and think of some more. But I do think he could be good. I mean, Tide is also a good one. He's like one of my favorite artists in the UK in general right now. I would definitely check him out. This is not the same one. I don't think that's the right one. Is that the right one? No, it's not. Which one of these? Oh, you moved to LA in a couple months. Oh, that's sick. Congratulations. Tide was the other UK rapper that I was going to suggest because I think he'd be a really good fit on this too. Whoa, buddy. No whoa, buddies here, bro. Homie's just living his life. Tide.lc on Instagram. Nothing wrong with that. King Arthur, Late Toronto Drive up next. No. Motherfuckers just living lives, bro. Doing what makes them happy. You're never gonna hear me telling somebody how to live their life.
When I get inside, you ain't gonna hide.
Alright, first thing that I hear on this one is timing. Delivery, timing of the delivery could be a little bit more on time, I think, on this one. 808 Yoshi, what's up? Welcome.
And then we fall on the floor into the bed for some more. I need somebody who's calling my phone.
I also think the vocals need to come up in the mix on this one a little bit more than they are currently.
Show me the things that we stayed up all night talking about till the sun starts opposing. You know I need more. Show me that woman you got deep inside. Show me that motion where you'll start to slide. I need somebody who's holding my neck, who ain't worried too much about pride. I need you on me now.
There's definitely moments like in this. I think delivery and timing of the delivery is probably the biggest thing that stands out to me, because when it gets to some of these slow moments where I feel like that delivery needs to be more on time, that's kind of where it struggles a bit, I think. Melodic choices are nice, but I would love to hear maybe just a little bit more presence, I think, and a little bit less reverb. It does feel like sing with a smile like Whitney Houston. To be fair, that is what vocal coaches will tell you to do, is you want to have your voice here, not here. If you're singing from like your throat, it's gonna sound throaty and nasally, you know what I mean? Jahari, what's cracking? Welcome to the chat. If you are in the chat, guys, and you want to submit, you can do that. We don't have many in the paid skip queue right now, so if you did want to add yourself to that, I mean, it's guaranteed you get played on stream, but you get played earlier. There's like one other song in there right now. In about 10 minutes, we'll start bumping people up from the chat for free, so stick around if you want to get bumped for free. We're still going to do that, okay?
That pressure on your body gon' stay. I need a sip. Make a picture of that pretty lemonade. Pretty pink on my main. There's a beast on my tank. We gon' teach a thing my name. We gon' race outside the lanes. I need you on me now.
I will say one of the things that you have done well here is the vocal layering. It's nice to hear all these vocal layers going as the song builds, because it keeps things interesting. That's why I say there's elements in this that I do like. I think the elements that kind of catch my ear more than anything, though, and probably the reason that I wouldn't playlist this more than anything else, is the timing. But there is elements in this that I think are very promising, and it's like, keep making music, keep sending stuff in. I think just make sure that your lead vocal is the star of the show. That's one of the things that I hear. And then the timing is the biggest thing. You know what I mean? Just make sure you're getting your timing on, even if you have to comp things in. Or even if you have to go back and just like retrack and then comp the tracks. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like all done in one fell swoop.
They speak so highly on how enjoyable their blind expedition is.
I'm sure this spoken word part of the end is really kind of like a in-between into the next song. I don't love stuff like this in songs personally, because I just don't feel like it's necessary. But at the same time, I'm not going to tell you not to do it if it feels like that's what you needed to do at the end of the song, yeah. I think there's a lot of promise here. I think the execution just needs a little bit of work. AP Dilbert333 on Instagram. Definitely keep sending stuff, bro. Like, I think, like, this is what, your first project ever, too? So, like, I'm not that pressed about it. You know what I mean? It's just part of the journey, part of the process. So just keep making stuff. Rule the Outside, Ricky Kimbo, song about gang violence. Ooh. Not the ooh. The ooh killed me, bro. Ruled the Outside, Master V1. Let us know what you think in the chat. Bass on this one is very loud. Very funky, though. I don't know if I would have started with the drum break first on its own. I low-key feel like drum break and bass line is a good way to start this one off. And there's a lot of space in it still, too, I think. Maybe too much space. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Guessing it's good.
Little tuning on the vocal here, I think, would help smooth things out just a touch.
Probably feels so real. Is that the truth? When they say, hey buddy, you're the best, and you scare me to death, is it cool?
Again, a lot of potential in this one, I think. Just from a songwriting perspective, it's cool. Melodically, it's cool. I think execution on the mix on the vocal still needs a little bit of work. And I do think there's maybe just a little bit more space you could fill up around the lead vocal too. Yeah, I agree with Xylo on the EQ on the bass. Really cool idea, though. I like the concept of the song. And then, like, the melodic choice is already good, though I do feel like the tuning would just help smooth out some of these notes. Sounds like a Prince influence. Sounds like a Bootsy influence. Like, sounds like Earth, Wind, and Fire influence a little bit, too. I like that part, but again, it's just the execution. It's like slightly pitchy at times when you hit some of these strained notes, and I do think tuning it would just smooth that out again. It's close. Love is just the vocal and bass mix for me, says Xylo. Yeah, I think the idea is real solid. But I would agree, vocal and bass mix is it. I was actually just thinking this yesterday. I was sitting on my balcony yesterday in the sun, just listening to soul classic hits. Like, truly, so like, we're talking Stevie, we're talking fucking, like, Earth, Wind, and Fire, just, like, Shaka Khan, like, really that idea, like, time period. And I was like, damn, I want more music like this. I miss this type of music. WID for Shorsky, says Johari. Yeah, really cool idea, man. I think it's like a little bit of tuning on the vocals, and I think that would smooth out some of these things. And then there's just moments where it feels a little empty. I kind of, at times in the verses, want to hear you deliver a little bit more staccato-y and kind of like, I've been good, man. How you been? I can't complain. I've been busy as fuck, but everything is good. Yeah, it's working on the mix. I do think, yeah, a little bit more of a staccato, and then just like syncopated delivery, I think, in the verses is maybe what I want to hear a little bit more of too. Like, truly think like Sly from Sly and the Family Stone esque delivery. Like, I think that's what I want to hear a little bit more of in the verses. But the chorus is perfect, and when you get into that really pushed, strained vocal towards the end of the song, it's probably one of my favorite parts. But it did feel the messiest. It's just like getting in there, tuning it out, smoothing it a little bit more. But again, the ideas were very, very cool and reminded me a lot of music that I've loved in my life. Ricky Akimbo on Instagram. Ricky Akimbo. Just, you know, exactly the way that it's said. No crazy spellings there. Exactly the way that it's said. Johari Turner up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. How have you been, Johari? Oh, I love this album artwork. All right, guys. Let us know what you think. We got like 25 minutes, 35 minutes left. You should at least melodyne it, even if you're not going to auto-tune it, bro. There's tuning without adding the effect. Though, I mean, they weren't doing that in the 70s, so it's fine if you don't. Again, like the ideas here, it does maybe feel like the entire... We're going to try and get to you, but we're going to do a free section in a minute where we'll ask you guys in the chat for your artist names. So stick around, you know, Unknown Temptation. Never say never. I actually do like this, but yeah, it does feel like there's no bass low end in this one. Like, the whole master feels a little squashed EQ-wise. Ideas are very good, though. Yeah, just, I think a better mix on this one. Damn, I love the ideas in this, too. That guitar sound is a little messy, but like in a really kind of pleasing way. Sounds like Rock Wheezy. I liked that Rock Wheezy album. I was one of few. Again, really good ideas here, man. It's just the execution and polishing it a bit more. Love Wanda, what's up? Welcome to the chat. If anybody's in the chat you want to submit, it's free. Do that. We got a couple skips left, but, you know, if you don't want to, we're going to do free skips shortly, too.
I'm a newborn to the Father. And we all suffer the same. And we all suffer the same. We all suffer the same.
Yeah, I like the vocal tone here. Again, a lot of the ideas in this one I do really like. I do just think it's like the execution could be a little bit cleaner at times. It's mostly the mix for me. 5:32 is a bit long, also. I think so too. It's just finding the right partners. I think if Johari finds the right person to mix his stuff, like if he doesn't just keep doing it himself, like I think that would probably expedite it even more. But the ideas are very cool. I really like Desdemona. We watched the video for it the other day too, and that one felt maybe a little bit more polished mix-wise, but similar issues. You low-key had me singing Desdemona like all fucking week, bro. I'm not even gonna pretend like I wasn't. I literally was walking around the apartment singing Desdemona. And then I realized what Desdemona is. Anyway, Yoshi, thank you for the follow. Because I heard someone talking about Othello, and then I was like, damn, this is a fucking Shakespeare reference. And I didn't know that at first. I think, okay, I will say the further into this one that we get, it does feel like it kind of devolves a little bit more. So part of me maybe would have ended the song a little bit early because I just feel like the further we get into it, it maybe gets a little bit messier than it was earlier on in the song. That's the only one that's the only thing I will say about this one specifically. Because it almost feels like stream of thought, stream of consciousness throughout, you know what I mean? Like there's not necessarily the most structure to this song in the first place. So I think the further you get into it, it almost feels like the structure dissipates even more. Alex Norman, what's up? Welcome back to the chat. It's nice to have you. If you are in the chat and you want to submit, we are about to get into some free skips from the chat very shortly. You do still have time to do paid skips if you want to make sure you get played. Totally up to you if you want to do that. But if not, we got 2 more paid skips and then we'll get in the Symbols Sound Wild. Yes, Alex did super skip. Again, lots of elements I do like about this. I think for me, lack of structure is one aspect of why this one maybe doesn't hit for me quite as much as Desdemona. Mix is the other part that I would say would love to hear just a little bit more work on the mix side of things. I do think that would help a lot. Just with getting these ideas out as well and making them a little bit more digestible for a general audience. The art kids will fuck with this. And probably won't care so much about the mix, if we're being honest. We did not play it already, Love Wanda. We are just getting done with all of our paid skips very, very shortly. We've done quite a few free skips already tonight, and we are going to get into our free skip section in a couple minutes as well. But first, one, if you were rocking with that, go follow Johari Turner on Instagram. I'm already following because there are songs that I have listened to that I did really like. Regardless of the mix, I think there's a lot of potential there, and it's just cool, so I definitely want to keep up. Alex Norman up next, Victory Lap. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is the Alex Norman remix. Oh, bro, I actually loved this song, so I'm hyped to hear a remix of it from you. This is the new track that dropped from Fred Again, Blackboy Max, and Skepta a couple weeks ago. I mean, I love Fred Again, one. I love Skepta, too, and I think Blackboy Max is actually great also, so I'm excited about this. I'm Alex Norman on Instagram. This is hilarious content. This is hilarious content. You guys ready? Let us know what you think in the chat. Let's go, Alex. Yeah, this is tough, man. This is tough. I like this remix. This is a good remix. Hey, 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 hey. Why is everyone remixing this song? What am I missing? It's a good song. I don't know. This is a tough-ass song, yeah. It does leave a lot of space for a remix, I guess. Just with the way that the original was produced, too. You know what I mean? Everyone loves Skepta. What do you want? Brian Cole, what's up, man? Yeah, good melody for remixing for sure. Great build-up, bro. Skepta vocal file is cooked. It is what it is. It sounds like all his early grime shit, to be honest. Oh, I love this build-up. That was a nice little fake drop / build-up into this. Good sound design. I kind of loved that super extended monotone synth sound just now. Oh, a little automation on it this time. Tito Rex says this is hard body. I do like this, man. I will eat some shit like this all the way up. Look, you kept great pacing on it. At work vibing, says Dudo Brari. It's definitely a vibe. It's tough. It's tough. Alex Norman. I am Alex Norman on Instagram. This is good. This is good energy. This remix has good energy. I won't even entertain the conversation, to be honest with you. Like, what is this? What is this nonsense? It's actually so infuriating to see the most trash fucking American rappers ever be like, oh, we would cook you. We would cook UK rappers also. Like, what are we talking about, bro? It's always the trash US rappers who want to start this fucking argument. Why is it the trash US rappers that think that they rap better than UK artists? I'm just saying, man. Get out of here. How does it sound? Yoshi just made this. LOL. I guess produced, mixed, performed 100% by me. All right, Yoshi. How does it sound? Just the LOL in this is hilarious. Just made this, produced. Just made this, LOL. Bro, I'm saying Gets definitely would, bro. What are you talking about? Maybe not Skepta, but like, come on, Kano. Even Dizzy Rascal. We got fucking Mike Skinner, bro. We got Nux. We got Dave. Tell me Dave couldn't out-rap fucking 95% of American rappers right now. Easily. Oh, Yoshi. Yoshi got 808. Immediate follow. This is cool. What time signature is this in? Super interesting time signature in the first half of this. Love the way it's developed into this 1 minute section right here. Great sound design. Vocal sits in a really nice place. It's 4/4. Yeah, it didn't feel like 4/4 in the beginning. It's really cool. It kept it very interesting. Y0 SHY.808. Where are you from, bro? This is a very cool bounce to it. Jahari says, you give me 2 hollows plus chain remover plus negative vibes. Are you from the UK? From Scotland? I was gonna say, I hear an accent that doesn't feel like an American accent. Love Wanda, you can do it all in Nero where we submit your music. This is very cool. What part of Scotland are you from? This is tough, bro. Yeah, this is very cool, man. I was gonna say it reminded me a little bit of Lancey from Edinburgh. Tough. Are you born and raised in Edinburgh or around Edinburgh, or you just live there now? This sounds very good. To answer your question. Yeah, this is actually such a cool space in the UK right now. Is just this like underground scene in London all the time. That makes sense. That makes sense because you definitely got that like underground London sound. Like I've been hearing more of this stuff kind of come out of the UK in general, and it's been super tight here. I'm from England originally. Like I grew up in the UK and then moved to the US when I was like 14 years old. So when I left, it was still like very much like grime UK garage type stuff. But I'm loving this kind of new sound, this new wave that's been coming out of the UK. It like you almost don't hear the accent. I think there's like a little bit of a hint of it in there across the board, even for Lancey as well. But it's like so like easy, I think, for American audiences to kind of listen to and understand and get into as well. So I already fuck with that. Born in Ireland, moved to Scotland when I was like 1. Very cool, bro. I really enjoyed that. That was maybe one of my favorite ones we've heard tonight. Definitely keep me up to date with new music that's coming out from you, because I want to make sure that we support. Because yeah, it was just I didn't really have much feedback. I think the mix sounded really good. I loved the direction you took that in, melodically, rhythmically. Like it just moved. It was interesting throughout. Very tastefully done. Like it didn't ever get like just. I feel like sometimes that genre can be like very corny at times. You know what I mean? And like there's just not a lot of like maybe not a lot of content like in it. You know what I mean? There's not a lot being said, but I think yours was really cool. So I definitely want to hear more. Yeah, I agree with you, Jahari. The shit was OD. I liked it a lot. Please send it over, man. I really enjoyed that. Found Love, Lost Boy Joe up next, artist from New Jersey. Let us know what you think in the chat. When to keep things moving, we are almost at our free skip section. So after we get through the next couple of songs, we'll do free skips from the chat. So if you're in the chat, make sure you stick around. We just lost some people. Looks like they're not getting played for free. Why'd you make that decision? All right, let us know what you think in the chat. I'm not super crazy about the artwork on this one. That's the first thing I will say. I'm a little judgmental of album artwork, because 9 out of 10 times, if the artwork is bad, the song is not good. This is better than the artwork. The song is better than the artwork in this case. Timing of delivery needs a little bit of work. There's moments where you kind of get offbeat a little bit. So it's just something to keep an ear out for. Melodically, I think you've made some good choices on this one. Yeah, I have, Zylo Kill. I like the production on this too, I think. I like the vocal tone. I like where the vocal sits in general, just like tonally. I think the biggest thing for me is just the timing. It's the moments where you kind of get offbeat where it kind of catches my ear the most. And then I'm going to be a little judgmental of the artwork. But the song's actually pretty solid. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we want to know what you think of these songs too. Unknown Temptation, just be patient. We're almost there, man. I promise. Silas says this is my favorite song of the night. Not gonna lie. Jahari says I'm not mad at it at all. This is why we ask everybody for that feedback. I'm saying that the song is pretty solid. I'm trying to think of it. It reminds me of somebody, but I can't put my finger on exactly who. Really catchy and full, says Zylo Kill. It definitely was catchy, and it definitely didn't feel empty. There are definitely, like, in comparison to some songs where it feels like there's not enough elements. Sorry, I have something in my eye. That one did feel like it was like balanced well, which was good. I think for me it was just like rhythmic aspect of the delivery. There was a couple words here or there that kind of caught me as just being slightly off, and that kind of like killed the momentum for me a little bit at that moment where it kind of got on and off a little bit. But I think that's it. You know what I mean? It's like a very, very small bit of feedback. Overall, enjoyed it. About you, Love Wander up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Oh, I already have this one saved. I am Indie, Love Wander, and St. Ruxin. Let us know what you think in the chat. I think I saved this one in the New Music Friday playlist this week. Of course, Joe. I want to hear more from you too.
Tell me, do you wanna be?
What does this have to do with the Baby No Money song?
Cause I'm thinking about you.
Love Wonder Official on Instagram.
I can't be without you.
Are you from Boston? I'm coming to Boston this year. Oh shit, you're right. Sorry. This is Love Wonder, not Zyloco. Sorry. Sorry. Long day. My brain's a little mushy. Yeah, I saved this one the other day. Because the production was super cool. I love that guitar, that distorted, like, reverby guitar in the back is awesome. I'm coming out in September for a conference. I'll tell you which one. I gotta check my emails though. Yeah, so I'm coming out for the Mass Music and Arts Summit, which is being put on by Rooted. It's like Beat the Odds Boston. I don't know if I'm supposed to be sharing this yet or not, but I'll be out here for this. I'm going to be speaking and then probably just hanging out at the conference for like the next day. So if you're in Massachusetts, September 27th, 28th this year, I will be out there. Yeah, some confidential leaks. Yeah. This one's such a nice vibe. I guess while we're listening to this one, we're gonna do free skips for the rest of the stream. So if you're in the chat, put your artist name in the chat right now. Make sure you submit it in Nero if you haven't. I can't do it. I'm dead, bro. You went to Berkeley? Oh, you guys were quick. You guys were quick with the fucking free skips today. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was very fast. You guys were very fast today, man. All right, let's make sure we get you guys up there, okay? If you're in the chat, you want to get bumped up for free, put your artist name in the chat right now. We want to make sure we build this secondary queue really quickly. Ryan Cole. Baobei. Baobei Asian? I'm just assuming because they have Bao in their name that there's something Asian there. My people do love Bao. I don't know what this is. We're going to let it play though for a second while I build this queue. Oh.
Shifting colors, changing patterns, reintroductions, none of it matters.
Shout out to Asian culture, man. I am Asian, just for anybody who's wondering. That's why I'm very pro-Asian culture. I really like that one from you, man. Love Wonder is fire. Yeah, you can submit as a fan. You can submit whatever you want. I'm not even impressed. I think that's everybody. Where's Fishman? This is an artist called Kylie. I'm gonna put this other Love Wonder one in there. Persian Culture also. Shout out Persian Culture. That's the other heart for me. I don't know. Let's get you in there. There was somebody else from YouTube. What's the YouTube guy's name? Unknown Temptation. I got you, bro. You stick to me like cinnamon. Cannot see where you look at me. I know I'm not dreaming. But then a week later, you get sick of me. It's a bad feeling. All right. So for the next section. Yeah, what is this, man? Okay, I'm gonna save this in the songs we found on live stream playlist as well. So I just only got 2,000 monthly listeners out of Nashville. Shout out to the Spotify algorithm for this one. I'm really enjoying this a lot. See, I already tapped in with some of my friends. Steve-O, did you just follow this artist? Did you follow this artist already? Seems like you already knew him. Sameville, Mike Floss, those are the homies, man. This is a great song. Okay, so for the next section, I'm gonna let this one play out because I'm really enjoying it. For the next section, we're gonna go in more of a rapid fire mode. So we'll probably not a little stizzy. Ooh, those are bad for your lungs, bro. There's heavy metals in those. We're gonna try and go through as many songs as possible. So we'll probably move in more of like a rapid fire mode. We'll do about 60 seconds of every song that we listen to, but we'll try and get to as many as possible. Okay. This is very good. Produced by Rossetti. I have to check out Rossetti too. Which is fire. This is a really good production. Love Wonder official for the last one. Alright, we're not gonna find Rossetti like that, are we? Yeah, if you want. We used to have a producer who'd come in here and submit like little medleys and they'd be like 2 minutes, but we are only doing like 60 seconds of each song, so we might not play all 2 minutes. That's maybe the only thing I would say. All right, so rapid fire mode, let's do it. Hopscotch, Ryan Cole. I've sent this to a client the other day. Thought this one stood out, just sharing here, building up more clientele, trying to hit some financial goals at the end of the year. I think my skill level's there. Let me know if you have any feedback. We are back on Thursday though as well, just in case. If you wanted to do a full medley, I would maybe just tell you do it on Thursday in the paid skip section. I'm gonna listen to the full thing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, 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 hey. Got me feeling crazy on my business, doing amazing, right on business on a don't drive me crazy, got my bitch doing never on a Saturday, oh hit 400 in the 80s, right my business doing crazy, right my on my bike, if he on 80, if he going all night, right on the way, I got no ways, I got no other like, this is like the other like, what am I ways, hold up, what am I ways, hold up, what am I ways, hold up. This shit is tough, bro. I like this a lot. So much space on this one. Oh. Sorry, if you guys send me beats, you are going to get these little nonsense freestyles because I just can't help myself. This is tough. Ryan Cole Productions on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. So much space for a vocal. It's not empty, but a lot of space. Ryan Cole Productions on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with this one. Like Superman, shit like Minuteman, like Minuteman, Spider-Man like Hitman, like Cinnamon, like Hitman, took flights out now to Japan, and I'm in Japan, like Hitman, it's like Hitman. Yeah, I really got into like a little feeling. That was nice. Hopscotch, Ryan Cole. Fuck with that. Didn't mean to listen to the whole thing. Sync, Cheap Talk, Bao Bay up next. Let us know what you think of the chat. Crazy visual already. Very well filmed. Nice shots.
Good, yeah. I just want to say I'm so sorry for not replying to your text, yeah. But I've just seen you doing a couple of amazing things, and I would love, if possible, for a little catch up. How do you feel about that?
Oh, this is a vibe. Yeah, shout out to Japan, that freestyle, of course. I'm trying to go. Alright, this is getting saved immediately, let's be real. Let's be real. This is getting immediately saved right now. Give me a second. Who submitted this? Was this you, Drew? Is this self-produced? Yo, this is actually so good. I'm gonna have to go listen to this whole EP. Self-produced. 8A08. Oh, that is not right.
Don't smoke, don't start a fire. Your lighter is empty.
Sorry, I'll pull up the socials in a second. I'm gonna have to go find them.
The words that you weave, is it just empty?
This is really good.
Tell me how you sleep at
It's like
night when you saw yourself chasing highs.
it like kind of reminds me of like
You say,
Justin
I swear I'll
Bieber,
change your
Purpose
life.
era,
Get my hopes up, then you go.
like Diplo, Skrillex
Come on, let's
production.
read with the cheap talk, cheap talk.
Oh, it's very cool.
Cheap talk, cheap talk.
Is the social 8AO8EI.
Talk, cheap talk, cheap. Cheap talk, cheap talk, cheap talk, cheap.
This might be one of my favorites of the night.
Cheap talk, cheap, cheap talk, cheap talk.
Great simple video too. Just well shot. Drew, good call, bro. Nice shout. Great suggestion. Thoroughly enjoyed that. It was called Sync/Cheap Talk by Baobei. 8AO8EI on Instagram. Very cool. Xylo Kill up next. 1-800 remix. Made this remix for fun 24 hours after the original release. Music video is also made by me. Really trying really hard to get Baby No Money to see this. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Rico, what's good, bro? How you doing?
Still on that 1-800, hit me up for a good time. My shit bunch till it push me out of line. You can't spell my name without the dollar sign. Rainbow money, take
You made this video too?
I'm colorblind.
Good job. I kind of like this. I love the electronic way of going through my Discord too. I'm not gonna lie, it's been very fun. I kind of think he'd fuck with this. Yeah, where's the second drop? I actually think he'd really fuck with this. 220. I would have skipped forward.
Baby, no money.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, second drop is madness. The second drop is madness. It's really funny that you mentioned that, Xylo. I'm gonna see if I can send this to him. I like this. I enjoyed this. I'm gonna Slack it to myself really quickly so I don't forget. Yeah, no guarantees. We haven't talked to each other in a while, but I have a feeling he might like that, to be honest. Also, the visual is really strong. See what I can do. Joss. In a City. Produced by Sean Potter. Yeah, no, I fuck with it.
Hi,
I really liked
welcome
it.
to
I just have
Hey.
a feeling he might like that energy. I'm gonna try. I don't know if he'll say or do anything. You know what I mean? But I booked his shit at Genius, like, when La 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 came out. So, like, we texted back and forth a little bit. Alright, let us know what you think in the chat. What language is this? Spanish? I've never heard a Spanish artist make music like this before. From Spain? Yeah, you got the Perete. You got the Spanish. kind of tough. I like this. And for the beat switch, Catalan. Oh, fuck yeah. Where are you from in Spain? I wish the vocals blended in a bit more, just a bit. I hear that, just a little bit. But it's really cool. I don't know that I've ever heard Spanish artists make this type of music before, so this is new for me. Valencia? Sorry, Valencia. Tough. Damn, this is actually really tough, man. One, Josel, Josr on Instagram. You get a follow out of me, bro. Is Genius hiring? Not right now, but if you keep an eye open on medialab.la/careers, you'll see it if we do. And just follow me everywhere, because we've got a job that's hiring. I'll tell you, I think right now the only thing we'd be hiring in is probably engineering. medialab.la/careers. Here you go. This is what our company's hiring for right now. Senior product manager at IMJA. That is the only job opening currently. So if you want to work at IMJA, then, you know, feel free to apply. It's not for Genius, technically. Our parent company would put all of our career jobs there, though. medialab.la/careers. Locals, Royce Fisherman. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to try and get through all these free skips. I think we got enough. Schno. I'll put Schno in there, too. We might actually just need to stick to the 60 seconds thing, though, for the rest of the stream, because I haven't done that. Whoops. Whoopsie. Video's crazy already. Great color grading on this one.
Wait, who is Royce Fisherman?
Never heard of her.
Yeah, for sure. What are you trying to do?
Beachfront living, high roof ceilings, private school, but you still talk
cool. Why is this so cool already?
Port lock swimming, rich religion. Can't catch fish, so I catch these feelings.
This is going right in the playlist. Who is Royce Fisherman?
Saltwater pool on the beach house, and the Prada on your face can deceive how you always cry. Girl, it's so bad.
Yeah, it sucks. That's the downside of making really, really high quality music videos. You'll spend more on the video than you'll get from the return. But it's very cool.
The valet knows your parents. Last name basis. Wait, is that a black Amex?
This is very much a vibe. Royce Katsu, which I also love. Royce Katsu is a great name on Instagram. Okay. I feel that. Take any music industry job you can get in the beginning. Don't worry if it's artist manager or A&R. You can do both of those things in your own time, and you'll learn way more about the other things you need to know. Poor fish. Hilarious, but, you know.
Lock swimming, rich religion. Can't catch fish, so I catch these feelings.
This is really a vibe. I like this a lot. This is Too Lost?
USC sweater on the pre-med track. Run, run, baby, get that paper.
Where's this artist from?
Resume's proof that she's worth that cash. LinkedIn profile, verified badge. Immigrant dreams, good genes, we match.
I like everything about this. Hawaii? Fire. Hawaii's got a crazy music scene right now. Shout out to, I never know how to say his name, but 8R08. He's really sick.
Overseas the salad. I know you better than you know your lemons. Don't hide your skin with animals.
Shit, we were supposed to stick to the 60 seconds part. Oh well, that is what it is.
Private school, but she still talk pigeon.
This one just feels good. I have no feedback. Straight in the playlist, immediate follow. Royce Katsu on Instagram. Drew, did you send this one in too? I appreciate you putting us on. I'm always happy when you guys put me on a music I've never heard before as well. Pretty Eyes, Jennifer's Body. This may potentially be our next single. Love to get on release calendar playlist. If you're rocking with it, put it on the release calendar as soon as it's scheduled. Oh yeah, PA is a great thing. Being on set, you'll learn so much from being on set, bro. I mean, for me, like, I went, because I did music business as well. Where'd you go? Where'd you go for music business?
I see those pretty eyes.
Make sure you get in the Discord, bro. And you can always ask questions about here too, or here as well. Full Sail? Sick.
I love the
I like this one, but the mix is still off on this. That's the first thing I would say. Vocal effect is good, but it's the rest of the production that feels a little bit messy. Goodbye, Jennifer on Instagram. Definitely worth the follow, though, because they've got some cool stuff coming and are really developing their sound right now. All right, I'm going to have to stick to the 60 seconds, though. The sub is literally 1 octave high. Yeah, I feel that. That's definitely a fair shout on the octave. If you took it down an octave, it definitely grumble a little bit more than it does right now. I like the vocal though. I like the idea of what you're going for here. I see those pretty eyes. Baby, turn on one piece of bikini, she gon' splash. I just put the 6 into the 12. I don't know if I'm terribly mad at the sub being an octave high the more I listen to it, to be honest. It feels a bit more like a bass guitar when it's played like this as opposed to a sub, which I kind of like. I do think you need to maybe just tone it down a little bit though and carve out a bit more space of the vocals to punch through in that bass line. I do think you could probably EQ, just like carve out a little bit of a dip out where the vocals sit on the bass. You could take the sub down an octave and saturate it. Oh, that's actually not a bad one. You have heavy but not loud sub. But I'm not terribly mad at where the bass sits. It's just more carving out the space for the vocal to not clash with... Because everything's kind of in the same frequency range, I feel like, with the synth and the guitar as well. Either no sidechain or very weak sidechain with the bass. Love Wanda About You up next. Old school R&B vibes. I'm excited to hear another Love Wanda song, honestly. Wait, we already listened to this tonight, so I'm going to skip. Sorry. That is the same song. I didn't realize it was the same song in there twice. Rand stuff. I don't know. Would love to hear your thoughts. All right, let's check it out. ID mix. Yeah, sorry. We did already listen to that one, so I will skip that. Oh. I think she's holding a rock in the cover, for what it's worth, Xylo Kill. I think I know where your brain went, but that's a rock in her hand. This is cool. This is really cool. Love the glitch effect on this. I don't know _41 on Instagram. Don't know if I love this section right here. I think I really love how this one started out, and I love the idea in the beginning. I don't know if I love the development into this section quite as much. More so because of the break. It just felt like the momentum had just started going with that one section. Oh, really like this section a lot. Oh, different songs, different songs. First work in progress I like a lot. Second work in progress not as much. Third work in progress I'm into so far. It needs a little bit more around it, I think, in the third one, just to fill up some of the space. But 1, 4, and 3 work in progress is probably my favorite. 1 and 4 probably my absolute favorite so far. Yeah, 1, 3, and 4. Those are the ones for me, bro. On Pretty Eyes, baseline is either an octave high and you could work on dropping it an octave lower. But I think for me, it's just making sure that the vocal stands out a little bit more frequency-wise amongst the EQ of everything else instrumentally. But some people were saying you could probably bring that bass line down an octave, saturate the bass, and then it wouldn't clash as much. I kind of like where the bass line was at, though. I don't know. Yeah, fucking cool. 1, 3, and 4. Those are my favorite of the 4 ideas you sent. 2 didn't really hit for me as much, but it just feels like way earlier of a work in progress. I think 1, 3, and 4 feel a little bit more polished and just like they have this like through line that feels really catchy already. All right, Unknown Temptation, get the fuck out of my way. So this song is basically based on a rock and trap, X-Flow, X's Flow. Basically just order some stuff, freestyle, and winner bass. Rock, my go is okay. Is Love's XXXTentacion. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna listen to it. That not the best pitch, I will say. You could work on the pitch a little bit, but last one was tickling my brain too. T-Bone, sure, man. Why the fuck not? We've only got one more song after this, so I'll put you in there too. 39-year-old rapper out of PG County, bro. All right, let's go. All right, biggest thing on this immediately for me is timing of the delivery. Work on that a little bit more. You're kind of losing the rhythm a little bit.
I'm the real demon. I'm on top, so niggas stop speaking. You wanted the ops, niggas stop speaking. Spit the European that Drake for the weekend. I'm in my zone, leave me alone. Better than what I was just me and my crew.
I definitely see what you're going for. The timing is the biggest issue for me there. It does feel like there is a bit of separation between the vocal and the beat too. You want to make sure they blend a little bit more and that there's just a little bit more cohesive of a mix around all of the elements. I'm not so mad at the delivery style or the tone of the voice, but I do think that one of the things to work on is definitely going to be the timing. For me, I am a stickler for timing in general, and I think even if you listen to X, that is, that's probably one of the things I would say. His timing was very good, even on some of the stuff where it was maybe a little bit more yelled, a little bit more rapped. Like there was always that real on-time delivery, and that's something to think about. And then also the other thing I would say too is on the X front, a lot of his music was more melodic and I think a little bit more sung. So like if the X direction is really what you're going for, I mean, one in the pitch, I would maybe specify, hey, like look at me, X is kind of like where I see that one sitting. You know what I mean? As opposed to like some of the other XXXTentacion songs where it is just him and a guitar and like just a really stripped back vocal. So that's probably the only other thing that I would say. It also feels like the vocals in the mix are very loud and you have a limiter on the master. That's why when the vocals come in, the beat gets compressed down by force and fights to be heard. That's a really, really good note from Xylo Kill 2 on the mix side of things and how you can really make sure that your vocal stands out without it being mixed improperly. There's definitely things to learn in the mix. There's definitely improvement there. But what I will say is you are making content pretty consistently, which is a great thing. You are making music. It does seem like you're pretty young, so just keep working on it. Keep making music. Keep sending stuff in. Just keep polishing it. It's about growing. It's about making more songs. Just experimenting more and figuring out what your sound is. Don't get locked in trying to like emulate another artist. I think that's something that young artists make a mistake of doing a lot of times. So although you are a big X fan, find those things that you really love from those X songs and figure out how to make them your own and re-figure out who you are as an artist and what you want to say. Because I think all of that will help too. Just in figuring out the best way for you to create, you know what I mean? And finding the right sound for you. This is The Best Time Right Now by Shno Xavier, song off my new mixtape Self-Sabotage. I'm not going to read the whole description, but I do like this. Use Waves Factory track spacer to make your vocals sit perfectly in the E-bat without needing... Oh, that's cool. I didn't know about that. I love Shno, bro. I do. Shno Xavier on Instagram. I like this artist. Always catches my ear, for sure. A little bit of a quiet master on this one. Beat feels a little buried. That's maybe like the thing that I would say on this one. So far as just like, yeah, I would love to hear a little bit more from the vocal and a little bit more from the production. And that I appreciate, Jahari. I'm glad you guys have stayed. I'm glad you're still part of the community. It makes me very happy to see you guys still being here. I do like this. I do feel like the mix is probably the biggest thing here. I put it in the playlist anyway. I think it'll probably stay in the playlist, but I know that my ear is going to hear the mix, and that's going to be the thing that kind of catches me every time I listen to it. Like, I really want to hear more from that low end, from that log drum, from that bass. The background vocals sound really nice. That kind of like echoey, like it's there in the background. It's a little spooky. Flow is really good. Writing's really good on this too. Self-produced? Self-produced. Very cool. Shno Xavier on Instagram. Make sure you go follow Gerard with this one. Alright, last one is T-Bone. So T-Bone is actually Unknown Temptation's dad. 39-year-old rapper out of PG County. Trying to become the biggest in the rap game. Not the biggest, but I'm trying to end up being on the Billboard eventually. Hey man, that's fine.
Since 1983.
All right, Streets to the Stage. Let us know what you think of the chat. And then after this, we're going to hit a raid. That's it for the night, though. We had a great stream tonight. Very happy with a lot of the music that we found. Like I said, we're back on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you join the Discord. Make sure you go submit your music on the Kayvan's House page on Instagram, too. Multiple ways you can submit your music for free. Take advantage of them, please. They're all there for you guys. Straight from the streets to the stage, minimum weight, attitude like an animal, I mean, I do like this. From a purely rap perspective, this low-key reminds me of a lot of shit that I heard from like the South when I moved to the US in like 2006. Flow-wise, it's got like a little bit of like that 3-6 Mafia juicy kind of feel to it, which I like. It's like Juicy meets fucking Project Pat, to be honest. Mix-wise, it's still leaving a little bit to be desired from the vocal. I think the vocal needs to come up in the mix a little bit. Right now, it's sitting underneath that bass line and that production a lot. You really want to be the star of the show in the mix. The other thing I would suggest, and this is just a thing for me, more variation in the actual flow rhythmically. Not mad at the song itself. It's a decent beat choice. Biggest thing right here is the mix. You know what I mean? You want to make sure your vocal is the star of the show. I think rhythmically you are pretty on time, which is good. There's maybe elements of the beat that I want from a sound choice perspective, like these synthy strings. Maybe feel a little old-fashioned from a sound choice perspective. Structure of the beat's not bad. I'm actually into it. Sub is subbing. Little resonance in the rides around the 6K to 8K range. I actually do think there's a lot of potential in it. For a 39-year-old also, it's like actually pretty solid. Sometimes when we get older rappers, it can be kind of trash. This is not trash. I actually am enjoying this. What I will say though is just from a mix perspective, I think that's where it probably needs the most improvement. And I think it will help you stand out more as well if that mix is really hitting. You know what I'm saying? So I would just work on that specifically, but good things in there, man. Good things in there. Same thing for you and your son. You know what I mean? Just keep working at it. But mix, that would be one of the things I really just work on learning. You can do that on YouTube. If you guys are using BandLab, you can also take a look at the presets. That'll help it all. Definitely not trash, man. It's mixed down. That's always what it is. It's rare that we get songs in here that are like objectively bad. It's just like everyone's at a different part of their journey and they need different things. And that's the reason that we do this, right? So we already talk about those things that you can do from release to release that'll help you improve over time. And I do think for some of you it is mixing. You know what I mean? It's just working with the right engineers. Feel free to tap into the Discord. We got a lot of engineers in there who are down to do things. Kev at Kev Speaks Truth said he's down to do at least one free mix for everybody from the Discord who reaches out and asks. Doesn't mean that you'll get more than one, but you might get one at least. You know what I'm saying? If he's a fan of the music. So make sure you tap in the Discord if you haven't. And again, follow us on K1 Sauce on Instagram. We'll be back on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, same time as always. So make sure you come through. We are going to go raid Big Duck because he's one of our friends and he's on right now. He's another great music streamer that I'm a big fan of as well. You can also tap into the YouTube if you want to check out the VOD. And we dropped a new interview as well today with Cedric Brazil, who's a great R&B artist who I'm a big fan of out of Miami. So I'll see you in the chat. I'll see you on Thursday. Have a good rest of your week. Peace.
On the boy and E for ends. Generation now. Generate the wave is 8 seasons. We road running. Yeah. Show out. Keep the dough coming. Show out. Let them know. What's up? Show out. All I know is show out. Show out. We road running. Yeah. Show out. Keep the dough coming. Yeah. Show out. Let them know. What's up? Show out. Show out.
Poppin', I'm a shotter, I'm here to complete the roster. Beat it like a pinata, the winners will take it farther. Not bothered by a hiccup, I lift up, then throw my fist up. Rope a dope if you know this, flow coast to coast, it's a boaster. Uniform, no limit soldier, gotta stay bout it. Count it up, we 2 a milli. A silly nigga might doubt it, peep the sneaks, perks and mini. Joe Harris, the garments, projected to go the farthest. I hit the stage like a comet. Superstar, raise the bar, just go and start. Keep the focus sharp, don't complicate it, know who you are. Can't be subpar, talent plus work hard. The cards, trap ain't need a legend, war vet, did it with scars. And I'm a